Hi there, I'm Nigel Worrell of Total Real Estate Solutions, and today I'm standing here at my home in Central Florida. We're just a few minutes away from Walt Disney, SeaWorld and Universal and all the other great places that we have here. A lot of people have the dream of buying their own home in Orlando, and one of the questions I'm asked more often than not is, how much house can I afford? Have you ever asked yourself that question and been left wondering what the answer is? Well, I have the answer for you, and it's straightforward. Basically, there is no magic dollar amount that you should be looking for regarding your perfect home. How much house you can afford is as unique as you are. It's based on many factors, including the location, income, savings, personal preferences, and most importantly, the house buying plan that you have in place. You want your home to be a blessing and not a curse, so my advice is slow down and think through everything before you jump headfirst into making this major purchase. If you don't, you'll just be heading into trouble. So it's my mission on this short video to give you a few hints and tips that will help you understand the process more thoroughly. Well, I've moved inside now because it's getting pretty hot out there. So let's look again at the question of how much house can you afford? And the question I'm asked most of all is, what percentage of your net income should go towards your mortgage? Well, some people, including most realtors and mortgage brokers, the banks, etc., use what's called the 28-36 rule. The formula is that the mortgage lenders like to see your monthly payment come in at less than 28% of your gross income, and your total monthly debt payments, including your mortgage, represent less than 36% of your gross income. Notice I said gross income, as in before taxes and deductions. Now, when someone asks how much our annual income is, we typically respond with our annual salary and any other income that we get from self-employment, etc. But the number we use to budget from and live off is much lower after Uncle Sam stakes his claim, along with the benefits deductions for health insurance and other employment-related expenses that come right out of our paychecks. So, why don't we use this figure to determine mortgage affordability? Well, the answer is, if we use gross income, this increases the amount of house that agents can sell you and mortgage brokers can lend you, which means higher commissions and larger interest payments in their pocket. It's not that they're trying to do anything wrong, it's just a different way of looking at the question of affordability. So the next question I get asked a lot is, what if the house I want comes with a higher mortgage? Well, this is probably a case of suffering from champagne taste with a beer pocketbook. Now let's be honest here, who doesn't want more house than they can really afford at some point in their lives? As I see it, you have three options. Option one, buy the bigger home anyway and have the bigger mortgage payment. Option two, save up for a larger down payment to drive down the amount financed and then the resulting monthly mortgage payment. Or option three, shop for a more modest home. Of course, I would strongly suggest that you consider option number three, because larger homes usually come with larger expenses such as taxes, utilities and maintenance, and even if you can get the monthly mortgage payment lowered with a large down payment. Still, option two does have some advantages. By waiting to save a larger down payment, chances are that you can also clear some debt, which may improve your credit score and qualify you for a lower interest rate and a lower payment. Oh, and by the way, how do I know this? Well, once upon a time I bought more house than I could afford, and it caused a real pinch for those first couple of years, so don't make the same mistake that I did. So, let's get around to determining how much of a home you can afford. To do this, you need to calculate your expected monthly payment. And remember, most of your payment will go towards loan principal and interest, and we call that P&I, principal and interest. But don't think it's just as simple as that. Your monthly payment is also likely to include some amounts for property taxes and homeowner insurance. And because of those extra payments, your monthly P&I payment is sometimes called your PITI payment, or PITI. Also, if you plan to make a down payment of less than 20% of the home purchase price, you'll also have to add an additional amount for private mortgage insurance. We know this as PMI. So lenders require this to insure against the higher risk of default that occurs with loan-to-value ratios greater than 80%. So your housing ratio is your total monthly payment divided by your monthly gross income, and generally the ratio should not be more than 28%. For example, if your monthly PITI payment is $1,400, your monthly gross income should be at least $5,000. Your debt ratio is the sum of your PITI and any other credit card or loan payments divided by monthly gross income. Debt ratio will obviously be a higher percentage since most people have other loans or credit card debt. Generally, your debt ratio should not be more than 36%, and if we use the example of monthly gross income of $5,000, your total loan payments, including the proposed mortgage loan payment, should not be more than $1,800. So, mortgage lenders regularly use these 28 and 36% ratios as guidelines, but note the ratios change over the course of the economic cycle. When the economy is strong, lenders tend to raise the ratios, making it easier to obtain a loan. When the economy is weak, lenders tend to lower the ratios, making it harder to obtain a loan. A weaker economy leads to lower interest rates, which makes it somewhat easier to qualify. You may wish to limit a home search to home prices that allow you to obtain a mortgage loan amount that is known as conforming. A conforming loan amount is within the annual limits set by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, two of the government-sponsored enterprises that focus on investing in residential mortgages. A conforming loan allows you to avoid private mortgage insurance if you make a down payment of at least 20% on the home purchase price. If your mortgage loan is conforming, you will likely have an easier time finding a lender than if the loan is non-conforming. A non-conforming loan is sometimes called a jumbo loan, and generally interest rates on conforming loans are lower than on non-conforming loans. So, how much of a home you can afford also depends on the amount of down payment you have saved. If you don't have a down payment saved, then there are some alternatives. Number one, the federal government mortgage financing programs. The US Department of Housing and Urban Development, known as HUD, and the Department of Veterans Affairs, known as VA, run loan programs for first-time home buyers and veterans of the armed forces. These programs require little or no down payment. The second thing you can do is obtain private mortgage insurance, and private mortgage insurance allows you to make a down payment for as little as 5% of the home purchase price. The third thing, you can borrow against the value of investments, if you have any. Some financial institutions offer mortgages that are backed by the value of your investments. With these programs, your investment portfolio serves as the collateral for your mortgage. The fourth thing you can do is borrow from your employer-sponsored retirement plan. Now, most employers allow you to borrow against the value of your 401k, but no, the IRS does not allow you to borrow from an IRA. And do remember that if you leave your job, you'll likely have to pay back the full amount of the loan immediately. The fifth thing you can do is withdraw funds from an individual retirement account, and while the IRS does not allow you to borrow from the IRA, it does allow penalty-free withdrawals of up to $10,000 for first-time home buyers. However, you will still owe income taxes on the amount of the withdrawal. The sixth thing is state government housing programs, and most states have programs to help residents buy their first homes. So, hopefully you found this video useful, and carry on watching the rest of our videos for more information on other topics like closing costs. If you enjoyed the information in this video and would like to receive 20 free videos on the top questions that people ask about buying a property in Central Florida, then please enter your information in the box you see beside this video or visit the website shown at the end of the video. If you enjoyed the information in this video and would like to receive 20 free videos on the top questions that people ask about buying a property in Central Florida, then please enter your information in the box you see beside this video or visit the website shown at the end of the video.